What made you smile every morning before the first bell rang? It's the first day back from winter break and I'm walking toward my locker expecting to see the usual sticky note on the door like every single morning for the past 4 months. But today there's nothing there, and I actually feel my chest get tight because those anonymous notes were the only thing getting me through my parents' divorce, and whoever was writing them just stopped without warning. The thing is, it started randomly back in September when I showed up to school after crying all night about my parents fighting, and there was this yellow sticky note on my locker that just said, "Your smile is contagious even when you're faking it." And I thought it was meant for someone else until the next day when there was another one that said, "I noticed you stayed late at the library yesterday, you're gonna ace that test." Every morning after that there was a new note, sometimes funny like, "Your bedhead today is iconic," or sometimes deep like, "The way you stood up for that kid in the cafeteria made me want to be braver." And I started waking up earlier just so I could get to school and see what the note would say, and it became this thing I looked forward to even on days when everything else felt terrible. I remember in November when my dad moved out and I didn't come to school for 3 days, and when I came back there were 3 notes stacked on my locker, one for each day I missed, and the last one said, "I hope you're okay and I hope these notes help even a little." And I cried right there because someone I didn't even know cared enough to keep writing even when I wasn't there. Now it's been 2 weeks with no notes and I'm starting to think maybe it was a semester thing, or maybe the person graduated early, or maybe they just got bored. And I'm sitting in homeroom feeling stupid for being so sad about losing something I never really had, when someone slides a folded paper onto my desk. I open it and it says, "Sorry I was sick over break, but I'm back now and I think you should know it's me." And I look up and it's the quiet kid from my English class who I've maybe spoken to twice. And he's blushing so hard his whole face is red. And he says, "I was too scared to tell you before, but watching you smile when you read the notes was better than anything I've ever written." And I realized those morning notes didn't just make me smile, they literally kept me together during the hardest months of my life, and sometimes the smallest gestures from strangers become the most important parts of your day.